Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Art Whisperer 88. On your screen you will see an inspiration piece by Robert Motherwell, one of the major artists in the history of American abstract expressionism, and his work has influenced my aesthetic for many years. And the piece that you see here in the left side of the screen is called Form with Blots, or Figures with Blots, done in 1943. And I'm going to reinterpret it and use it as an inspiration piece for this next print. So I have here on my sketch pad a very rough layout or map. Here's up so you can see. So it's a very simple layout of two circular forms on this side and then a different zone on the right side. Keeping in mind that when I do the print, this will be backwards. So anyways, so that is the plan. And I'm going to take inspiration from the color combinations of the Motherwell artwork. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go away. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is lay down some fine lines with my Sharpie. And like so. It's just to add some movement. And then I'm going to do some circular scribbles. Now this will serve as the initial marks. Do a smaller group here. Okay. Okay, now that I've applied my Sharpie pen marks, I'm starting with watered down Liquitex raw sienna and some of the beige Lukas acrylic paint, which is also a little bit on the watery side. I had diluted them in order to make spreading it over a large area much easier. And as you can see, since it's watered down, it creates some textures. Once the watery paint hits the oily surface of the plate, it creates these web-like patterns, and I find them very interesting. They kind of add a lot of texture and interest. Especially this print is a double size, and then I'm proceeding to start blending into the raw sienna. So you have two zones of color. One is the beige and the other one is the raw sienna on the left side. So it will end up being on the right side once I print out this piece. So I still have some sheets of Somerset textured. I may have probably down to the last two sheets, so I'm going to use them up. So here is one of my last sheets of Somerset textured, which I'm very fond of. It's a very good paper. It's very flexible and strong without being too stiff, and it does accept the paint very well, and it also creates a very subtle texture because the surface of the paper is not exactly smooth. It's almost like a watercolor paper, so it has a little tooth on it, and you'll see when I pull the paper that it creates this very fine overall texture. So now it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see what we got. So since the paint is a little watery, the paper is sticking more aggressively to the plate. But as you can see, the scribbles have transferred beautifully. I just have to be extra careful not to pull this off too fast. And you can also see the texture made by the raw sienna. It's kind of like a mesh or a web-like texture, a mottled texture, which I'm very fond of. So I'm going to lay this out and let it air dry. I'm quite happy with this result for a first pull. It lays the groundwork for the rest of the composition. So I will be back in a few minutes. So hold tight. Okay, everybody, we come to the collage portion of this video. Okay, back from a short break, and I was able to assemble my reusable stencils. And it's fairly complicated, but I have broken the area into 3 zones. This is a black area here, and then a sky blue or light blue area here, and then some yellow here in the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and ink the plate. By the way, these strips are left over from a frosting kit. I had applied plastic on my windows for the winter, and these strips of paper came with the tape to hold the plastic in place. So I thought I might reuse them since they're going to be tossed anyway. So they might add something to the piece. Okay, so here's the yellow, and the rest will be ivory black. So I will start inking with the light blue. I'm hoping that the stencils will stay in place. I'm blending into yellow. I'm also hoping that the seam does not show so much. Okay, so now I have the yellow, and I'm going to switch brayers to do the black. Okay. Since these are not reusable, I will take them off first. And place these guys directly into my soaking pan. I'm just checking if I got all of them. It's kind of hard to see, but I think I have them all. Okay. Just make sure my hands are clean. And here is the print with the collage. Keeping my fingers crossed, hoping that this will work out. Now, I deliberately did not tape the edges this time. I wanted to see what the look of the print will be minus the border. The only place where I have a white space is here at the bottom, where I usually sign my name and put the date. And again, even if I put a bit of thought into the colors and the stencils, I think the result will be a total surprise. Okay, so I will leave this for about 5 minutes while I soak my stencils. Okay, everyone, this is the moment of truth. It's the exciting part. Let's see what we got. I missed a stencil. Yeah, it actually tore. So I may have to remedy that with some collage. But it's an interesting play of colors. And there's the seam, but I don't think it's very obvious. Okay, let's see what we got. Pretty cool result. It's vaguely related to the inspiration piece, but I'm glad that it's not too similar. I'm happy about the colors. They're a little more lively, and the black gives some definition to the print, and it kind of works with the stencils, I mean the scribbles. So I will air dry this and recap. Okay, back from a short break. I was able to soak my stencils and wash out the brayer. And here is the final result. I don't think I'm going to place another layer on top. I think this is a standalone print. And I'm pretty happy with the result. The color combination is a little unexpected, but I'm basing it on the inspiration piece by Robert Motherwell. And I think it's pretty cool. And here is a close. And I kind of like the fact it has no border. The only space is top and the bottom. Here's the close-up of the texture of the watery paint. And then here is a close-up of the scribbles with the Sharpie, and then coordinating with some of the collage. I don't perceive the seam that much. And in fact, I don't even notice the tear, which is on the lower left corner. Some more detail. So anyway, I'm pretty pleased with this result. And I hope you like it too. And again, I want to express my thanks to all you wonderful subscribers and viewers, and thank you for your kind and helpful comments. At this point in time, I am so very humbled and appreciative of your viewership. So I hope to see you next time.